Right, hello and welcome to mogu'shan Palace. I'm not going to film the trash, we're just going to skip to the first bosses, which is the Twilight Kings. There's 3 guys here you fight in random order. As you can see their names there. That guy in the middle, that's your last boss. He nicks up in a minute. Too scared to fight me, see on the door. Yeah. So as you can see, there's 3 kind of opposing armies, and the leader of each army will come out and fight as one at a time. They've all got 2 abilities in one way or another. First guy we came across was a high-end the Unstoppable. His abilities is Cone Flag and Meteor Strike, and he's also got Traumatic Blow, which then causes 200% weapons damage to the tank. Cone Flag does a 50,000 damage. It affects one person, makes them run about, like what I get affected here, see? And it causes 50,000 damage every second I'm doing that. He also does another thing called the Meteor Strike. He fires a meteor and it lands on the ground. Apparently that does 400,000 fire damage in a 10-yard radius. So I don't think you want to be standing in that. See the meteor? I don't think the initial hit, I think it's if you're standing in the circle it causes it. But I mean, it's quite easy if you avoid his abilities, easy enough. The next guy we came across was Ming the Cunning. Ooh, sounds scary. His 2 abilities is a Whirling Dervish. He causes a whirlwind to appear and it will move about the room, and it causes 72,000 nature damage to everybody in its path. He also, on the tanks, he does or his current target anyway, he does a thing called Lightning, which causes 74,000 nature damage. It should be on the tank. Our tank kind of, and he also does Magnetic Field, which he spins around in a circle and he pulls in everybody, and that causes 54,000 nature damage every 1 second. Now, our tank mucks up here, because he pulls in some of the guys from the side as well, and they normally just run back, but our tank was addicted to that spinning kick thing. This is a magnetic field, by the way. The tank was addicted to the spinning kick thing, and he managed to pull some of the guys who didn't run back out by kicking at them. So we had to fight them as well. So normally you wouldn't AoE that part. Wasn't that hard. The last guy we come across was Kia the Brute, we'll say, and his pet Mushuba. He's got one ability, his pet's got another. His ability is it's a shockwave that it's like a tank's frontal cone thing, and it bounces in the air and you take fall damage depending on how far you fall. I think his pet's the main dangerous thing, that's a shockwave there. The pet's the more dangerous hit does Ravish, which jumps on a party member, pins them to the ground, and then chomps on them for 36,000 physical damage for every 1 second for 10 seconds. So that's kind of hurts. So yeah, I took it upon myself to kind of kill the Doug. As you can see, the tank is just ignoring the fact that it's here. I mean, I don't know if that can be dispelled. Nobody ever tried or interrupted, I didn't care. But I mean, once the Doug's dead, I mean, his shockwave's easy enough to stay you to, but everything's easy enough. They're all visible enough, you can see them all. As you see, that's some crafting thing. I mean, there's a dust cloud, and just get out the dust cloud or you get pinged in the air. But that's pretty much this fight. Once they're defeated, you just get out of the way, because the 3 armies will start fighting in Scotland in a minute, and they fight each other. The loot actually appears behind them, so you didn't actually, there you go, you don't even have to bother them, because we go down the stairs at the side, that a lot more. So that's your first boss. Next boss is Gekken. He's got an entourage 4 different things. It's kinda like a tank, a healer, a warlock and a rogue, as best I could describe him as. first of all, we're killing the Oracle here, the guy with the skull above his head. The Oracle is a healer. It has to be a kind of healer. He does Cleansing Flame, which heals all his allies for 300k for 60 yards. So that's pretty much the heal room. So I reckon you want to kill him first. So we're dead. There's also what's it called? Ironhide, who I think is kind of like the tank. What he does is he puts 50% damage reduction on all his party members for 5 yards. Right, so we killed him, so there's less protection. Next we killed the Skulker, who's kind of like the rogue. The Skulker shanks a random party member for 150% weapons damage, and it stuns you for 5 seconds. I think that's stackable, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to quote me on that. At this time we had the Hexer across the left hand side thingy. As for Gekken himself, he's got Reckless Inspiration, which increases his haste and reduces the stun and the crowd control on all his party members, but it also increases damage taken by them. He's also got Inspiring Cry, which does it to every single one of his party members at the one time. So I mean, I don't know if they're interruptible. I never really noticed as I was playing it. You'll probably see through the video. But we've got, as I say, I've got the Hexer across, and the reason we CC'd the Hexer is because he's really quite bad for the healers. He does a hex of something or another. It does 50,000 shadow damage, plus it slows down casting time by 25%, and it can stack up to 4 times, so that's like 100% less haste, which isn't good. He also does a shadow damage thing. I think that's a melee swing that he causes to people. It's like a shadow damage punch that he does, and it's equivalent to weapons damage, I think. But that's pretty much that fight. And there's your look. The last guy, excuse me, it's quite fun. It's Zin the Weaponsmaster. As you can see, when we get to the room, once we've cleared the room of all the trash, he sits there. Everything in the room he uses, like the pillars, have got weapons on them that he uses, they've got crossbows on them that he uses, and that face will activate at 66%, and it will spit blades across the room. You don't want to be standing them. That crossbow up there will activate at 33%, and it will hit everybody in the room. So I think that's kind of get them doing as quick as you can. So if you've got hero, that's when you want to use it at 33%. These pillars have all got weapons on them, and you'll spawn weapons off the pillars. The weapons do different things. So his first ability, he calls out the weapons off the pillars. There's 2 kinds of weapons. There's an axe, there's axes, and there's the staff. The staff does a circle on the ground. You don't want to be caught in that. If you get caught in the circle, you will be fired up in the air. It will cause 120,000 fire damage, plus fall damage depending on the distance you fell. You don't want to get hit by the swirling blades, the axes, because they do 80,000 physical damage in a 6-yard radius, and it knocks you back, so you could be knocked back into the blades. 66%, as you see, the swords have come out. You don't want to be standing in them, because they do 50,000 physical damage every 0.50 seconds. So that really hurts and you die really quickly. Yeah, so basically, I mean, everything's visible enough and it's quite easy to avoid. Apart from at 33%, the crossbows come into play. And I think in normal it hits one person. This is heroic, and it hits kind of everybody. You'll see them in a minute. There you go, there they're firing off the crossbow bolts. They don't do that much damage, I guess. They do 5,000 physical damage. It says to random player, but I think in HCF you can see they're going all over the place, so I think they're hitting everybody for 5,000. In normal, as I said, maybe it's a single target, but in this one, I know there's more weapons in HC, there's more axes and stuff. And there's that ring of fire I was telling you about, you don't want to be standing that. Very easy to get out of, it forms quite slowly. It's quite an easy fight if you just don't stand and stuff. Some of that. So that's pretty much the 3 bosses in here. Thank you all for watching.